Hey Michael, Connor here with Handy Toyota. So I saw you were doing some searching around and want to check out a few new vehicles, one of them being the Corolla. So I want to just take a few minutes and run over the all-new 2015 Corolla LE with you. So the 2015 Corolla comes with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine and also a CVT transmission. If you're not familiar with a CVT transmission, basically it eliminates the shift point, so it's going to save you a bunch of fuel, and especially with that 1.8 liter engine, it's definitely going to give you a fuel mileage of anywhere between 30 and 35 miles per gallon overall, which is pretty good for these little cars. So on the front here, we're going to have projector beam headlights for better visibility, not only of the driver, but also oncoming traffic. It's going to be a little bit more reflective and noticeable than your average headlights. So as you come around the side here, we're going to have 16-inch steel wheels. It's also going to have the all seasons on them. It's a bit more of an integrated all season, so they're definitely great tires to start off with. For the mirrors, we're going to have heated outside mirrors, so whenever you use that rear defogger, it's actually going to heat these bad boys up for you, break away any of that ice that gets frozen on there during the winter. And to go along with that, we also have the mud flaps standard on this model. So we're going to come around to the back here. Now for the rear of the car, we're going to have a little bumper applique right up on top here to eliminate the scratches, and one to cover up the entire bottom of the bumper. And right up underneath the tailgate, we're going to have a little tighty camera. So whenever you go into reverse mode, it's going to give a projected path of what's behind you. So now I'll show you the inside of the car. So for the head unit of the 2015 Corolla, we're going to have what's called Entune Audio. Essentially that's Toyota's version of their touchscreen Bluetooth head unit. So right now we're in the audio section. If I hit source, that's going to give us a couple different options here. We have AM, FM, and the Bluetooth audio, and a couple other ones that aren't lit up. We have the CD, USB, and auxiliary, which whenever you plug one of those in or put a CD in, those will light up. And the Bluetooth audio, if you have a Bluetooth compatible phone or MP3 device, you can actually sync it up to the vehicle and play music and make phone calls right to the vehicle itself. So let's go to the car settings. This is going to give us all our driving settings, your average miles per gallon, how fast you're going, your trip informations, and you can actually update it to set it all over again and start fresh. And to go along with that, we got all the controls here on the left side of the steering wheel to adjust and go through the different sources. And then on the right side, we have our phone options. There's actually a little button here that's the voice recognition button. Whenever you press that in, all you have to say is call so-and-so in your contacts list. It's going to make that phone call and project the voice right through the speakers without ever having to pick up your phone. So not only are the controls for the head unit on the steering wheel, but it actually has a couple different functions. It's going to be tilt telescopic. And essentially that means you can pull it out and move it down and up. So you can adjust it however you drive. And now for the climate center, we're going to have a single zone climate center, all digital as you can see here. With the complete adjustability, AC standard, it's kind of a must these days. Now the cool thing is the auto feature. I have it set to a really low setting here on the AC, but if I want it to get really cold, set it to the low and hit auto. And now it's going to adjust to get it as cold as it can go, and you can actually set it to the certain degrees, and it's going to adjust to hit that degree for you. So right underneath the climate center, we're going to have our 12-volt plug-in, usually used for a car charger or anything else that's car accessible. Then we have our USB and our auxiliary port as well. So not only is it Bluetooth capable, but you can plug in a cord just like you had from your previous car. Now for the transmission, again, this is the CVT transmission, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like when I throw it in reverse. Right up on the screen here, it's going to give us that projected path of what's behind you. Right now I'm up against the curb, right up against that red line, so it knows I'm a little bit too close. And another cool feature of the automatic is when I'm down in drive, say you're getting off the interstate and you want to ease up on the brakes a little bit. If you knock it over into this, technically it's called sport mode, but essentially you can shift down a couple gears and use the engine brakes to slow you down instead of using the actual brakes. It'll save you a lot on the brakes, so you definitely have that option. Now we have this little button here, looks like a car with a couple squiggly lines, and it says off. It essentially has your traction control, so whenever you're driving it's going to come on automatically unless you choose to turn it off. Traction control, when you're driving and the wheels start to spin, the brakes are going to pump themselves automatically. And it's also going to cut down your engine RPMs to help you regain traction while you're driving. But if you want to have a little fun or you're trying to get out of a little bit of a snow, you can turn that on and let those tires spin freely. We have our two cup holders here with a removable centerpiece. Open up the cargo space a little more there. And we also have our center console here. I believe that's a 10-liter center console. Definitely big enough for a little compact car. Now we're going to have all power windows and power door locks, and the driver's side is actually going to have the one-touch feature as you can see here. And for the seats, I'll hop out real quick, show you the seats. So standard, we're going to have the two-tone kind of sport seats here. The headrest does pop off, just the press of a button. It's going to come out no problem. And then it's going to be complete slide forward, and you can adjust the back as well. Now I'm going to show you the back seats. So for the rear seats of the Corolla, it's going to be pretty cool down back here in the back, just as it is in the front. We're going to have our center armrest. It's going to have the two cup holders in it. That's standard on the LEs. And the other cool feature is these seats are actually going to fold down completely. I'll show you what that looks like when they're both down all the way. Just full of one thing there, and you got the entire cargo space. So I mean, it is more of a compact car, but you're definitely gonna have all the cargo room you're ever gonna need. It's the beauty of the Corolla. And I'm between 5'7" and 5'8". This seat's a little more forward, but it's probably got another 2 or 3 inches. And I got plenty of leg room back here. So I mean, it's definitely as comfortable to ride in the back as it is the front. And to top it all off, we're gonna have our cup holders right here that fold out and stow away, so they never get in the way of anything. So Michael again, I'm Connor here at Handy Toyota, and I just showed you some of the cool features of our 2015 Corolla LE. You can reach me here at 802-528-2252, or just stop in whenever you get the chance. Thanks.